I guess it's my lucky day. I'm not even Irish. Okay, so I really meant to have this all captured on for YouTube glory. I've mentioned a couple times about how I'm not the best at working on stuff. This truck, 2017 F-250 Ford gasoline engine, the windshield wipers would not turn off, which is super goofy. You just drive around, the wipers are just randomly on, sort of extra long intermittent. Anyway, and so I looked on YouTube, the solution and problem to everything, YouTube, and said it's this switch right here. So I took it off. As you can see, when you remove it, this whole assembly just pops out, like so. Boom, whole arm. So I got it out, cleaned it up, and stuck it back in there. I also ordered a new one off Amazon for like 25 bucks. But, so I put it back in, and it was awesome because the windshield wipers didn't come on. They came on like they're supposed to, only when you turn them on. The only problem was, and it's not doing it now, but also my right tail light, the blinker stayed on. Now the blinker doesn't turn off. So this spider web. I'm gonna take 2. Spider free. Spider-Man. Webs. Okay, take 3. Welcome back to my life. Alright, so we had a big rainstorm last night, and it's cooled off quite a bit, so let's walk out here to the camper and let's actually get some gear on today. Let's give the old Skull Riders a day in court. I actually had to make some notes here. Lost in the Clouds 8719 commented on the Skull Riders unbagging and review. Initial thoughts. Wondering about the Kevlar coverage. And so I thought we just turned inside out, but I realized there's this little, we'll still do that, but I don't know if you can see this. So the crosshatch indicates where the aramid, which is basically just Kevlar, my understanding, will be. And so the entire back seems to have the aramid. Now, I don't know what the situation is in the front, but it looks like there's not much happening in the front. But maybe that's okay. From about middle of your upper arm down to below about middle of the forearm, it looks like, and all of the shoulders. So I mean, that seems like pretty decent coverage actually. I don't know if you can see, so you see through this mesh liner, which is actually pretty nice. It kind of seems like it helps it breathe. You can see where the dark black is there. I'm guessing this is all where that is. So nothing happening in the front of the jacket. You can see right through it. It seems to be as advertised. Yeah, you can see just this one little, it's hard to see, but you see this black kind of line. This is the elbow, obviously. I pulled the pad out so you can see better. This floppy pad, I mean, it is comfortable to have it in there, but I don't think it provides any protection because it doesn't stay put on your elbow. What I was doing is putting the curved pads, which are much nicer, out of my Icon Airform jacket in there, and it seems like it stays put a little better. Let's see, I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. What was your name again? Lost in the Clouds 8719. There is coverage. The back coverage seems really good. I'm not so sure about the coverage in the shoulder and elbows. I feel like the entire jacket is going to be pretty resilient. It's pretty hardcore material. I don't know how long it would protect you in a slide. I don't know what the rest of the material is. I'm sure you can see on their website. The jacket is breathable, but it is heavy. It weighs like about, I don't know, I'd say 3 pounds almost, maybe 4 pounds. We're gonna wear it today. I haven't worn it a ton. I've worn it a little bit. I hate to be like this, but I don't think I really recommend this jacket. Another comment I got last night, all my comments came in last night. It was really fun. Like, wow, external validation. Anyway, Voy Ahoy TV said on my first rides in Alabama video, my last video I did, you should do a vid on first bikes and first gear. And he also said, and I quote, would be great to hear what you think. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. I like to have a valued opinion. Whether you should value it or not, I'll leave that up to you. Also, thoughts on motorcycle license classes in the UK, like the classes of motorcycle license that you would have. And that's very interesting. Something I didn't know about. There's a child creeping up on me. Anyway, he says, well, I looked into it a little bit, and it looks like when you're a certain age, maybe 18, you can have a 125cc. I really just glanced over it. I thought it was pretty interesting how they do it. So, and then at 19, you can have up to a certain horsepower, which I think works out to about a 500cc. And then after that, you can get your full license. You have to have the provisional license, the 500cc one, for 2 years, it sounds like. I don't know, it's a pretty interesting structure, and I think that's not terrible. I mean, I'm an older guy, and I chose to get a 500cc anyway. And my thoughts on your first bike are that, number one, it should fit you. It should be really comfortable. It should not be intimidating at all. Motorcycles are all going to be heavy. Like, even just a little 250 pound 125cc enduro, dual sport, whatever, is going to be too much for you to just pick up and carry around, you know. But the thing is you're not going to be having to lift it. You're just balancing it. But still, like, this one's about 400 some odd pounds, and I feel like it's very easy to manage, very easy to push around. And when I get a bigger bike, the weight is going to be something I have to get used to. Now, technically, here in the United States, I could get any size motorcycle I want. And at the Harley shop, they were trying to sell me a 1200cc bike as my first bike. And I almost bought it. But I'm kind of glad I didn't. And I think the main things you need to think about are seat height. Are you comfortable on the bike? How forgiving is the power if you don't have great throttle control and you overdo it, you pop a clutch and twist the throttle, is it going to take off on you? This bike is very forgiving. So in a lot of ways, I would recommend a 500cc Honda Rebel as a first bike. But of course, you know, this is like only the second or third bike I've ever ridden. So take that how you will, but Voy Ahoy TV, thank you for the comments. I appreciate that. Last but not least, I wanted to say thank you for I'll probably say this name wrong, Painter Fleetes, at Painter Fleetes, and she says, I am living through your vlogs. I just passed my course, and OMG, your commentary is hilarious. Thank you so much. That's so awesome to hear, because, you know, I talk a lot of crap and I feel so goofy sometimes riding around talking to myself. And like many YouTubers, I crave external validation. Probably not the most healthy thing in the world. Anyway, I really enjoy your videos. They're teaching me a lot. I got stressed at unfamiliar traffic myself and just decided the best course was to pull off to the side, catch my breath. It worked. I think that's a fantastic idea. If you're getting stressed out, you know, just take a breath. It's easy to get into your head on a bike and get yourself freaked out. It's easy for me to do that anyway. What my son went with was this 2023 Jetson. It's probably about 0.3 horsepower electric Jeep. Anyway, thank you to everyone who commented, and let's go for a ride.